9 News at 6.
Drain residents in Douglas County are still struggling to understand the impacts of the March 16th floods. Thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Templeman. Reporter Aaron Ariano spoke to a woman who says insurance policies and flood warnings are not enough to help during a disaster.
And that flood hit so fast.
I spoke to Christy Williams, a single mother of 3, on Monday in Springfield, where she works. But when she returns home, she comes home to this: flood damage from the March 16th floods.
I have time frame pictures on my phone where it went from being ankle deep to waist high deep in less than an hour. Like, it hit super fast. No one could be prepared for that.
She's a lifetime resident of Drain, and she lost thousands of dollars in damages.
A tree fell on our house just 5 months ago from another natural storm. So everything we owned was in the garage, including like bedding, clothing.
All of it gone. She says she knows at least more than a dozen families who were impacted like her, if not worse. She says everyone felt blindsided, and there's frustration on how unprepared residents were for this flood event.
We've never been told if we're in a flood zone or not in a flood zone. There's no maps given out. There's no information given out that we were in a flood zone or not. The last flood that we had was back in '96.
I called Drain's city manager. He says, on the contrary, they do let residents know about the flood risks when buying homes, and residents should get insurance to protect themselves. I spoke with the deputy director of the state's Office of Emergency Management, who says when it comes to understanding flood risk, homeowners must stay proactive.
But the population of Oregon, there's way more of you than there are of the flood risk planners or wildfire risk planners within the state of Oregon to take it upon themselves to connect with every individual within the state of Oregon, or homeowner, if you will. And so it is important that we, a part of our own individual preparedness plans, is we better understand what our hazards and our risks are.
In the meantime, OEM is offering help to residents like Christy with this damage assessment survey that will allow OEM to better understand where to redirect resources to those affected. And tools to better understand how your home could be affected by floods can be found on our website. I'm Aaron Ariano reporting.